Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, only up $300 on the day, but we're having a pretty good week here, up 5% on the week, which is actually huge, up $2,300. So we're having a killer week so far. In this video, we're going to do a continuation of Sunday's video. We're going to talk about 5 more popular stocks. I did a poll on my Instagram on Sunday and asked what stocks you guys want me to talk about in my video, and I got a lot of the same stocks being requested over and over. So let's talk about some of those stocks in today's video. All right, so in the last video we talked about AMC, so let's talk about GameStop in this video a little bit. Down 3% on the day, and it's pretty fluctuating. It was even down all the way 7% on the day, rose up to 4% in just the pre-market, and now it's finishing off at about 3% loss on the day. Now, it's very important to notice the momentum that it's bringing in the last week, up 30%. And the last month, not as strong as the last week. So things that have been really heating up just in the last 24 to 48 hours for some of these meme stocks. Now, if we look at the past, how GameStop reacts, you can see they have big spikes. So here they have had a big spike. Here you can see they had a small spike, just like they had recently, but it continues. So that's an important thing to notice, that when GameStop has these 20% gainers, 10% gainers, they usually have a week or at least a few days of gainers. So there's a strong possibility that we can see GameStop continuing to rise into tomorrow and Friday also. Obviously, call options are a very popular thing on GameStop right now. Just understand the risk with some of these meme stocks. Obviously, there's no guarantee that it will continue to go up another 20 or even 10%, and it can easily go back down to $150 per share or even lower than that. So always keep that in mind when you're investing in GameStop, AMC, or any stock really that you see is crazy like this. Look at this. Goes from 18 to 347, back down to $52, back up to $200 per share, and then as low as $150 again, shooting back up to $300 per share. So this is a good one to swing trade also if you have a higher tolerance to risk. Buying under $200 per share, closer to $150, seems like it's the sweet point for GameStop, and selling as high as $250 all the way to $300 per share. And we've even seen it go up to $350 before too. I think $250 is a more safer place to sell, or even around, the strong support's right around 300. So maybe 275, 280 can be a good place to sell some GameStop. Now, after that, we have Wish to talk about. Everyone wants me to talk about Wish, so here it is. Wish is actually probably my favorite meme stock, if you want to call them meme stocks or momentum stocks, whatever you want to call them. We know what we're talking about, and it's easier to call them meme stocks because everyone understands what I mean when I say something like meme stocks. It's more synonymous that way. So Wish, we have up 4% on the week, but look at that. On the month, they're down 22%, 10% in the last 3 months. The fundamentals are still a little bit risky on Wish, but I think they're going to straighten out a lot of their fundamentals in the next couple months or even couple years. So if you have a longer term mindset, and if you're the kind of investor that wants to buy a cheaper stock, it's only $7 per share, you want to set it and forget it and not have to check your portfolio every single day, Wish is a good one for you because you can hold them for a year or 2 years, and I think we can see some explosive growth in that time. But the good thing about Wish is that you probably won't have to hold them that long, because I think that Wish is going to be one that's going to go parabolic and explode like 50% or 80% just in the span of 1 to 3 months. Now, that's just my opinion. That's what I think. I definitely have a couple $1,000s in Wish at around $7.50 per share cost average. And I think anything below $8 per share is a great place to buy Wish. And I think there's a very strong possibility that we're going to be able to at least get 100% gain and sell at $15 per share. All right, so next up we have ChargePoint to talk about, ticker symbol CHPT. And this is one of my favorite stocks in the stock market at the current price. Obviously, I like them closer to $20 per share, but $22 per share is still extremely acceptable for something like ChargePoint. Now, this is a long-term hold, keep in mind. Should clarify that they're one of my favorite stocks in the stock market, specifically for longer-term holds, for 1 to 2 years, or even longer than that. All right, I have a couple $1,000 into ChargePoint, and I'm going to keep loading them. Anything under 21, $20 per share, $19 per share, I'm going to continue to load up on ChargePoint. Okay, now they're basically flat in the last 3 months, only 3% loss. And last year, they're up 119%. Now, this is a stock that's pretty easy to swing trade because, as you can see, look how many times they've hit the support of $20 per share. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and now 4 times they're hitting that $20 per share support. So I think they will definitely bounce up to around $25 per share, as high as $30 to $35 per share in just the short to midterm. Long term, I think they can blow past all-time highs because they're going to be a great infrastructure stock. So if you don't own ChargePoint and you know about Joe Biden's infrastructure plan, then this can be a good stock for you to put in your long-term portfolio, because electric vehicles and the electrification of vehicles in general are going to get bigger and bigger and more ubiquitous everywhere we go. Everywhere you see, you're going to see chargers. And ChargePoint is the leader, one of the biggest leaders in electric vehicle charging nationwide in America, and also expanding into Europe. So over the next 2 to 5 years, I think the expansion on ChargePoint is going to be tremendous. And in my opinion, it's definitely not a stock that I want to be missing out on. Okay, now next up we have Uber. Everyone wants me to talk about this stock as well, and I understand why. It's down 11% in the month, 17% in the last 3 months, which is making it more attractive the lower it goes. But remember, we have Delta variants to worry about, and the pandemic has hurt Uber. I don't think they actually ever recovered since the original pandemic. I don't know if you guys personally take Ubers, but if you're out there personally using the Uber app yourself, you understand what's going on with Uber. It's very hard to find a ride, and it's very expensive now. And a lot of the drivers end up canceling. For example, I was going to the airport, and my driver, I had it scheduled for like 7 o'clock. And in the morning, he's like on the way, and he's like 5 minutes away. And then the next thing you know, he cancels, which is risking me being late to my flight. Obviously, consumers don't like that. And if someone misses their flight because of Uber, which I'm sure has happened plenty of times, that leaves a very bad taste in the person's mouth, and they will probably never use Uber again. Also, when I was coming back from the airport, I landed and I was going back home. It was $150 just to go 50 miles. So the prices are getting outrageous. The drivers are becoming harder to find because people are becoming spooked about the COVID, Delta variants. They don't want people in their car, and they're finding other methods of work. Now, long term, I don't think that will matter, and I think Uber can recover because they are the biggest. Obviously, Uber and Lyft are the biggest names in ride shares. I don't know if you guys heard, but some new rideshare apps are starting to pop up and compete with Uber because Uber's prices are just becoming ridiculous and the community is kind of fed up. So for that reason alone, I probably won't be investing in Uber. I think they have lower to go. Remember, they were at like $20 per share at the height of the pandemic originally. So can they go back to $20 per share? I doubt it. Can they go under $35 per share? I think that's going to be likely. But if you are an Uber investor, or if you want to get into Uber, if you believe in Uber over the long term, I think the best thing you can probably do is just dollar cost average in under $40 per share pretty consistently. And if we see them drop below $30 per share, $35 per share, that's a good opportunity to start loading up for the long term on Uber. Let me know if you guys want me to do a deep dive into Uber versus Lyft also, and look at the fundamentals under the hood, the revenue, net income, and everything to do with them, and give you my opinion, which is better, Uber or Lyft. That might be something that will be good for the channel. So comment below if you do want to see that. And the last one that everyone wants me to talk about is going to be Shopify, down 0.7% on the day, up 3% on the week. In the last 3 months, they're up 22%, okay? Now, this is one I was talking about on the channel for an extremely long time. If you're a longer-term supporter of my channel, you remember when I was talking about buying it between $1,000 and $950, and we were even buying as high as $1,100 per share. All right, we've seen it spike in the past. In February, we sold some profits. This was a very easy one that we were swing trading for a while and took advantage of for a while also. Just like Wix, we actually have been taking advantage of Wix, and Wix is another one I'm currently taking advantage of that I'll probably do another video later on this week about. Back to Shopify, I think they're a great company for the long term. I think they're going to be huge in the long term. In the next 5 years, they can easily grow their market cap tremendously. I honestly think that this company can 2x or 3x in the next 2 to 5 years, which would be an average of 20 to 30% per year on Shopify. All right, obviously there's no guarantees. Anything can happen, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, with that being said, I prefer to buy Shopify around $1,200 or $1,250. Let's call it $1,250 per share. Under $1,250, closer to $1,100 per share. Hopefully they will go that low again. For a big company like Shopify, they actually have a pretty attractive PE ratio, only 77. Some of these other big tech companies have way higher PE ratios, and the 52-week low, 52-week high. You'll actually see Shopify, TikTok team up and let users shop from the TikTok app, which is huge. I like the team at Shopify. I think they have a good long-term vision. They have a cult-like following also, is a great thing, and that can be the biggest weapon against Amazon because it can actually let everyday people like me or you, if I want to sell an iron or if I want to sell a hoodie, if I want to sell deodorant, Shopify gives me that platform to make an everyday person, anyone, be able to sell online. They also have their finger on the pulse and know what creators and users, buyers want out of the platform. So what are the analysts saying? You'll actually see that it has about a 13% upside in the next 12 months on average. The analysts are saying that the lowest they'll probably see it in the next 12 months is $1,450, and the highest we'll see it is about $2,000 per share. I think it could definitely be $2,000 per share in the next 12 months, but I think it can also go a little bit lower before that. Now, you'll actually see this top 25 analyst, which is actually a huge accomplishment, David Hines. He actually says hold, and it's about $1,450 per share in the next 12 months. But you'll see a lot of people are saying buy. Some top analysts are saying buy. It's going to be $1,850 in the next 12 months, $1,980, $2,000, $1,850. Here we'll see some more top 25 analysts gave their feedback on Shopify, and they said $1,750 in the next 12 months, $1,700 in the next 12 months, and $1,650 in the next 12 months is what you can expect from Shopify. All right, guys, so I hope you did appreciate that video. If you did, smash a big thumbs up on it. Comment below what video you want to see next from me, and DM me if you want to become a part of my program. Up over 50% on my Robinhood account last year, and up over 90% on my Webull account in the last year. We've already taken several stock market investors from beginner to advanced just in 90 days to 6 months. Over 1,500 students we've helped by now, and over 400 positive testimonials, people going out of their way, loving their results so much that they have actually messaged me some positive testimonials, and they're just so excited about their account growth. They shoot over a picture with their growth and their success story. So if you want to become a success story and you want to get to a more advanced level in the stock market and become more confident in your trading style and just become a more advanced investor overall, then DM me on Instagram. I actually shut my training program down, but I'm going to be opening it up again very shortly, probably at the beginning of next month. So I'm taking applications right now for my close friends list. So DM me, I'll shoot you over an application. You can fill it out so that way I can help you out the best way possible. And then I'll shoot you over my website and you can check out my website and see if it's a good fit for you. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to like it, share, and subscribe for more daily content for you guys. I put out 2 videos today just in one day, so I hope you really do appreciate that. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.